that means you were going too fast. And then what you did was you hit that and then you overcorrected and then you hit this wall. Any idea why I might have stopped you? I have like this many reasons. So you have a learning plateau. Like you're not learning anything. You're like, step on up. All right. So I already know what happened here because I do this for a living. Yeah. This call gets dispatched out on the radio. Single vehicle into a wall. I'm thinking impaired driver, easy DUI arrest. So Sam heard it and he was like, we need to go to that because he wanted to put the drone up and get all the footage of the car into the wall. So his brain's going in all the things he could video. My brain's going, who am I going to arrest when I get there? Because this has to be criminal, has to be a drunk. In the middle of the day, why else would you drive into a wall in a neighborhood? So, well, we found that out. I've probably been doing this longer than you've been alive. But, so what happened here?
I wasn't driving, sir. It's my mom's car, but I wasn't driving.
Who was driving? Okay. So you were driving this thing. All right. Have you called mom yet?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think my phone is actually.
So whose car is this?
My mom's car.
So you were driving this car. Why were you letting him drive your mom's car?
I was letting him practice, honestly.
That's not exactly true.
I was just trying to let him practice, and then
I tried to turn him in the curb.
No, you were going too fast, is what it was. Like, let's not BS each other, right? That means you were going too fast, and then what you did was you hit that, and then you overcorrected, and then you hit this wall. Right? Where's your ID? Does he have it? You don't have what? Well, why were you driving?
He was just testing.
Yeah, that's not how life works. Okay, have you called your mom?
I called my dad. He should be on the way.
Okay, come up over here. Come talk to me. Had anything to drink today?
No.
When was the last time you smoked any weed?
I never smoked.
Good idea. Me neither. That stuff makes you stupid. Weed's like it's everywhere. It's legal here in the state of Arizona with a medical marijuana card or if you're the age of 21 or above. I say in here, hey, smoking weed makes you stupid. I will stand on that mountain of right, which is where I am with that statement, until the end of forever. I've got some great friends that smoke weed. My sister's a marijuana user, very proud cannabis user, but appropriately, legally, and safely. That's my point of view. I know a lot of people say, oh, marijuana, it's natural. It's not natural. There is no marijuana that's natural now. There isn't a single strain that you can find, either a hybrid, a sativa, or an indica, that is not developed in a lab. It hasn't been crossbred with something to make the buds bigger, to make it mature faster, to make higher THC levels or lower THC levels and higher CBD levels. So at 16, there is no good marijuana you could smoke that doesn't do something negative to you. And there isn't a study that I'm aware of that shows that smoking marijuana under the age of 21 is beneficial for you. I'm glad you said that. So that's the best thing I've heard all day. So you know you're in some trouble, right? You're not like in jail, you're not in jail kind of trouble, but you are going to have to go to court and talk about why you thought this was a good idea. Okay? All right, Skippy.
Okay.
Who are you on the phone with?
My mommy.
Hi, Mom. Did you know that he didn't have a license?
Yeah, I knew you didn't have a license.
Okay.
So
Okay. Now it's hi, Mom.
Now they're behind that.
Mom, take a deep breath. Boys are safe.
Mm-hmm.
This is why we have insurance.
Mm-hmm.
Please don't kill them in front of me. I'm trying not to give her all of the details of what actually happened, but so there's Mom's car and Mom's son and Mom's son's friend. So Mom's son and Mom's son's girlfriend were in the back seat while Mom's son's friend was driving. So I don't know what was going on, but whatever it was determined most probably that the driver was distracted and then came to the end of that road, which caused him to overcorrect and then hit that wall. So we left the aforementioned Mom's son's girlfriend out of the video, but that's the true behind the scenes is there might have been a different reason for this collision.
He wasn't driving?
No.
That was the rules. That was the rule.
Oh, we don't. Having a long time ago have once been a young boy that age. 30 years ago. Follow rules, Mom.
I know. I'm trying.
Mom, your rules are dumb.
I know. I'm just trying to. I'm gonna thank God he's alive. I know.
Yes,
I know.
yes. I've done this job for a minute, so I saw the way you got out of the car. I'm like, I'm gonna go save this young man's life. Someone should put me in for a life-saving award because I saw it coming. I saw the rage. I was like, uh-oh. If you had big earrings on, I could see you taking your earrings off. Like, uh-oh, someone's fixing to get it. So you end up, even though you weren't driving, you end up with the worst of the citations just because of the way it goes, because you knew he didn't have a license, and you said, yeah, drive my mom's car, which is against your mom's rules and also against Arizona law. And because he's a juvenile, what you did was permit an unauthorized minor to drive. That's all it is. Arizona law says that's criminal. All that means is that you have to go to the court and you have to talk to the judge and tell him why you thought it was a good idea for him to be in the front seat, you to be in the back seat, while they're driving down the road here, going up and over curbs and across the meadow and through the woods. It doesn't mean you're going to jail, like I said, man. You're not going to go to jail. You're not going to jail, like I said.
I'll take him.
Gonna put him in a car.
Like, that's all right. Now, you and I can be friends because I like your style. But that's that. That's that is.
That's
so
a cool
you
dad.
have to go. You have to bring mom, which means that now for a second time you're going to inconvenience your mom. Which means Mother's Day's coming up. You better treat her right. You gotta get some flowers. You better make breakfast. Clean the house. You better. I was gonna say wash your car, but it's gonna take a little bit more than soap and suds for this thing. But you know what I mean. Now he got the worst, but you get the most. But all we did was went with a regular speeding ticket because speed is the cause of this collision. No matter what, speed's the cause. And then no valid driver's license. So really simple. Nothing crazy. Nothing outlandish. All right, ma'am. I appreciate you being cool. Thank you. It's always nice, kind of refreshing to have contact with someone that's.
Yeah. He already know time it is. We're finna have that talk.
Hey?
Thanks.
I appreciate you having that talk, man. Thank you. Thank you for that. And the reason I stopped you is because your registration expired in March, and we're now in May.
What?
Yeah. And you gotta wear your seatbelt. It's click it or ticket. So it's really important. Are you stringy enough? Just yeah.
No, you're Frank.
I am.
That's me.
And you should.
Wasn't my Frank.
You should know that.
Since I know you won't give me a ticket for my seatbelt, right?
Oh, I'm 100% going to give you a ticket for your seatbelt.
Yeah.
Just as sure as I'm standing here. I was having a conversation this morning with someone from the National Transportation Safety Board, and they commented that we're coming into the click it or ticket time of year.
Early in the morning, I was on my way into work, on Bluetooth, talking to a friend. She happens to work for the National Transportation Safety Board. We're talking about it. It's click it or ticket time every year throughout the country. Click it or ticket is in May. So it's May. This happened to be in May. Today is also in May. We talk about click it or ticket. And I told her that I would mention it if I stopped someone for a click it or ticket violation. I told her that I would mention it on camera. And my very first stop, I walk up, lady doesn't have a seatbelt on, and I was like, hey, here it is. That's what happened. So National Transportation Safety Board, they're a federal agency, and they give recommendations on safety. So they come out with top 10 most wanted, and what their most wanted recommendations for keeping humans safe as they travel. So some of them are railway, some of them are in boats, cars, pedestrians, stuff like that. So occupant safety is one that's always on there because it's such a big deal as to how people get injured in vehicles during collision sequences.
And that occupant safety is on one of their big most wanted lists for things that they really focus on.
True story.
Oh, you see me on video, you got to know that I write lots of people tickets for not wearing their seatbelt.
Sorry, buddy. I just moved out here.
That's okay. I guarantee that wherever you came from, you had to wear your seatbelt there too. As I'm contacting people, sometimes for the most innocuous violation, a cracked windshield or no mud flaps, and I see that they're not wearing their seatbelt, a lot of the time I'll give them a warning for whatever I stopped them for and cite the violation for not wearing a seatbelt. Hello. All right, let's take care of some business here.
Yeah, I'm really honored. I was watching videos of
You're watching videos of me while I'm here writing you tickets?
But hey, get us! Woo!
That's crazy.
Hey, I'm honored to get pulled over by you.
Well, thank you, man.
You know who I love the most?
Who?
Lamb.
Wow. I mean, he's a charismatic human. All right. Any idea why I'm going to stop you today?
I've seen your videos. I assume there's.
You have?
Reason. Yes.
Did you happen to watch the Mud Flap special?
I did. I knew it was going to happen. I'm sorry.
And here we are. Yeah, and here we are. And you gotta wear your seatbelt, man.
One of the roles that I have within the traffic unit is I'm assigned to our vehicular crimes unit. So I'm an investigator for vehicular crimes, which means when there is a serious injury or fatal collision and there are criminal charges that are going to result in that, I get called out along with other members of the traffic unit. The lion's share of injuries that happen within a motor vehicle during a crash sequence happen when people aren't restrained within the vehicle. So the rumor of, well, I don't wear a seatbelt because, it makes it worse if you get into a crash. That's not accurate. So now there are some crashes that no matter what, wearing a seatbelt or not, someone's gonna die or someone's gonna get seriously injured. And that's the way that physics works in vehicles. But more often than not, a secured occupant will be safer than an unsecured occupant. And that's what Click It or Ticket is all about.
Yeah.
We did it. We did a seatbelt special too. It's just about that time for Click It or Ticket. It's a national campaign on occupant safety. In the state of Arizona, seatbelts are a secondary offense. So it's not something that we can stop someone for, but it is something that we can address after an initial stop. So stop us for mud flaps. I go up there, no seatbelt. Is a secondary violation. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to issue him a citation for not wearing a seatbelt because occupant safety and occupant protection is a big deal for us. So we're going to give you an in-person warning,
Okay.
as opposed to the internet warning for no mud flaps. You're going to get an in-person warning for no mud flaps, okay? I'm not going to write you a ticket for it. It's not something I typically write tickets for. What I'm going to do is I'm going to document that I gave you a warning for it. If you happen to get stopped for it again, then we're going to put pen to paper. Occupant protection is a big deal for us. So what your citation today is going to be for is for lap and shoulder belts being required. Okay? Does that seem pretty fair? The reason I stopped you is you're 52 miles an hour back there, and you're a lifted truck. You don't have any mud flaps.
Okay.
So, and you got to wear your seatbelt. Seatbelts are important.
Another one.
He's wearing his seatbelt. Nice job. Nice job keeping yourself safe. Once I get up to the window, if someone's not wearing a seatbelt, I'm going to issue a citation for it. That's 100% of the time. I don't give. There's no warnings for no seatbelt. The reason I stopped you is you were 52 and a 35, so you're 16 over or 17 over. Posted is what is 35. R&P stands for reasonable and prudent. Yep.
Well, it's more than that.
That is not 52. I promise. And you're going into a 45 mile an hour zone here. So this is 45 once you get around the corner here. So 52 and a 35,
Interstate
R&P stands for reasonable and prudent, which for you is 0 because you're not wearing your seatbelt, so you shouldn't be operating your vehicle. All right? Now make sure you wear your seatbelt. It's important. And we're going to be around here.
We didn't have it too.
You know what?
Get 'em.
Sometimes you got to take responsibility for yourself, man. I'll hold everyone else accountable.
So this guy argues with me on the side of the road. In Arizona, which is different than other states, but in Arizona, I could literally walk up to you, say license, registration, current proof of insurance. You provide those to me. I walk back to my car, issue a citation, go back, hand you a pamphlet, never say another word, and leave. That is all that's required. I don't have to say any words. I don't have to say anything about it. I don't have to introduce myself. I don't have to tell you why I stopped you. I don't tell you who I work for. None of that. The time for all of that comes in court. So this guy arguing back and forth and, oh, well, that car's speeding, which he has no gauge of anything. He's just looking at cars that he thinks are going fast. But my saying is we don't hold court on the side of the road. If you're on the side of the road, that is not the time to be, well, my registration is good, but I don't have my insurance. That's not the time. The time is in a court of law with a judge who acts as a mediator and is a fair and impartial person to hear both sides of the evidence. That's what happens in court.
After I stop you for multiple violations, pointing out every car that drives by and saying, well, they're going fast. Well, they're going fast. Like, what's the point of that? Like, you're speeding. You're 17 over. Just accept responsibility for it instead of pointing out everyone else. Like when you're fishing, right? You've got one line. You cast it out, boom, you hook a fish. If 20 other fish jump out, you're not going to cut your line to go cast after that fish. You're going to deal with the fish that you've hooked. Well, he was my fish. And I've dealt with him. I've now released him back into the wild, and now I can go get another one.
Good analogy.
I don't understand people. You know what the speed limit is here on?
I don't actually.
Do you think that's something you might want to know? See how registration, current proof insurance.
It's actually in the trunk under the
That's where you keep your registration?
Where the tire thing? No, I put when I I put it back there.
Okay.
The first time I got it, and I just never grabbed it again. I haven't got it again.
So you're like, it's safe here
It's
next to
like,
my
yeah,
spare tire.
I'll keep it here because it was a whole thing. I'll just put it here for now, and then I'll just grab it.
Can you grab it for me? Your speed is a criminal amount of speed.
It comes to a stop in the LDS church parking lot on Interstate Gansel, just north of Bella Vista. It's kind of right between Bella Vista Road and Post and Butte High School. It was mentioned previously that it's kind of a drinking game of how many times we make stops in this parking lot and how drunk you would be if you took a drink every time I stopped a car here. The irony is not lost that you would play a drinking game for cars being stopped in the LDS parking lot. Nevertheless, we make a lot of stops here. So that's where the stop happened. Sam put it in there because it was kind of random that the guy's like, yeah, my registration is with my spare tire. So I thought it was funny. Obviously, guy was super nice. We had a great conversation. And obviously we laughed quite a lot because it was kind of an obscure place to keep your registration. The fact that he knew exactly where it was kind of made it even more funny.
Because you're more than 20 miles an hour over the speed limit. I didn't write you a criminal ticket, right? So within the pamphlet here is driver's license registration. So I'm giving it back to you. If you want later, you can get out, lift up your tire, put your registration back in there. All right. Just throwing it out there, man. It's an option. Well, the reason I'm coming up on your passenger side is because you literally stopped right on the white line. And if I were to talk to you on your driver's side, I'd be pretty much standing in the road. And there's all this room for you to drive over. And instead, you're parked over there. So that's why I'm over here.
That makes sense. I want to see this.
Let me guess, you don't have a license.
No, I have my license. It's on my phone.
Oh, I hate that. Oh, I hate it so much.
I'm so sorry, officer.
There is no reason for you to be shaking as much as you are. I'm not going to pull you out of this car. We're going to have a cordial conversation.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm kind of freaking out right now because... Yeah. I have my license right here.
Okay.
It's like the front and back.
No. All right.
I know that the best way is to have a physical
You are required by law to carry a physical driver's license. Yeah, this on your phone because you're a Zennial or...
I got to own some stuff. The first thing is I used the term Zennial, which I was misinformed. I thought Zennial and Gen Z were the same thing. I come to find out that they're not. What I meant was that he was a member of Gen Z because they're the source of the majority of problems everywhere while driving. And but I was wrong. I used the wrong term, and I gotta own that. Not all Gen Z. I don't want to say everyone, but I'm just saying the significant portion of the ones that I run into. I'm running into them, right? So there's that. They're doing something to have me go up and stand at their door and go, "Oh, you're born in 2006. Of course you can't drive."
Whatever your generation is, this having everything electronic is not it doesn't work. That doesn't work for traffic stops. That doesn't work for Arizona law. MVD has an app that allows you to get your license on your phone, but that's for like going out to a bar, having an ID, a proof of identification, but it doesn't meet the requirements during a traffic stop because I need to be able to scan that, take it back here, run the information.
Again, I may have misspoke. This guy shows me a picture of his driver's license on his phone. So he's like, here's my phone. I took a picture, click, of my driver's license. That, by Arizona law, is not acceptable. The MVD app that comes from Arizona Motor Vehicle Division has a kind of the same thing, but it comes straight from MVD. That is accepted during a traffic stop. So I might have misspoke there a little bit. I apologize for anyone I may have misled. I hate the MVD app. It's terrible. When you have a physical driver's license, you can hand it to me. I can take it back. I don't have to take my pad out and write anything down. With the MVD app, I would have to take your phone with me into my possession, back into my car, to scan it, to take all of the information that I need on it to write a citation. That's why I don't like it. It makes things more difficult for me because I have to hand type everything in there. Doesn't matter. it is more efficient to have a regular driver's license. So I just don't like it. I've never met other traffic law enforcement officer that likes the electronic ones, because it just makes our job harder. Unnecessarily, because adults should carry their driver's licenses with them.
And we're not taking someone's phone. In Arizona, you have to have a physical driver's license, your physical registration, not a picture of it, and insurance is something that it is legal to have in an electronic device. But we actually had a traffic stop earlier today where someone's like, hey, let me get my insurance on my phone, and he didn't have cell service. So he is still in violation of Arizona law. Moral of the story is, have something you can put in your hand and be able to give to someone upon request, and it keeps things super easy. So your citation is just for speeding. I'm going to give you a warning for not having your driver's license in possession, okay? Carry it with you.
I'm just curious. Is he taking photos?
It's actually video.
Video?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
That's Sam.
Go to YouTube, put in Fridays with Frank, and then you'll see why he's taking video.
Officer Frank.
Yeah, deputy, but close enough.
I watch all your videos.
Oh, let me see. Do you have your driver's license with you?
I do.
All right. Well, as you know, I'm Deputy Sloup.
I do.
Any idea why I might have stopped you?
Probably speeding.
Speeding, yeah. So you know that big building that's there in the middle of the field? You know that's the sheriff's office, right? So it's like it's where we live, right?
Yeah.
So as I'm pulling out of there, you blow past me, and I was like, she's going pretty quick.
Yeah, my husband and I watch your show all the time.
I have a cameraman back there right now doing his cameraman
I
thing.
don't want to be on it.
You might not have a choice.
67.
Any
you're
questions
pretty
I can
quick.
answer for you as I stand here at your window right now?
Just one.
Yes, ma'am.
May I take a picture?
Absolutely. I love pictures.
My kid thinks I'm weird, but
It's not weird. I took a picture with someone today at Cafe Rio. It's not weird at all.
That place. This was still a new thing of me stopping cars and writing someone a ticket like, hey, you're 68 and a 45. Here's your ticket. Anything else I could do for you? And then someone goes, yeah, can I get a picture with you? I'm fairly sure I'm the only traffic cop in the history of traffic cops that issues people citations, and then we take selfies and we leave as friends. But it's just the reality in Pinal County, and it's how things happen. So this still happens. It happens now. We had on video where I towed a kid's car and take a selfie with him. His car is going away to car jail, and we still take pictures. So it was kind of a novelty at this point in the Fridays with Frank franchise, because I was still in tan. This was last year. But it still happens.
The reason I stopped you is you're traveling a criminal amount of speed. You're 68 miles an hour. Posted speed limit here is 45. And you did that right in front of the sheriff's office substation, which is kind of where we live. How did I know you were from New York? Holy cow, you're from Comac.
No. He IDs himself with a New York driver's license. I look at it, he's from Comac. Comac's in Suffolk County. My mom, when she was very young, her family owned a fish market in Comac. It's real close to where I grew up, which is also in Suffolk County. I grew up in East Islip. I say Islip because it's just easier. But East Islip is actually where I lived when I was younger. I graduated from East Islip High School. Suffolk County PD is my hometown police department. I've recently traded patches back and forth with a guy. He got me, he was in the highway patrol, so I got a highway patrol patch. Gave me a Marine unit patch. The Marine unit from Suffolk County interacts with my dad out on the water, so it's my hometown PD, and I can't. Every time I get home, I love running into guys from Suffolk County that watch what I do here in the desert all the way there on Long Island. But it's fun. Sometimes I just walk up to a car and I can hear the way someone talks. I'm like, hey, where are you from? Like, oh, I'm from Long Island. Hey, like a hometown thing. So it's fun. It's one of the best parts of being from New York is running into other New Yorkers.
Holy cow.
Where are you from?
Islip. So
I have a junkyard on Central Islip.
I know exactly where that is.
Right on Suffolk Ave.
Yep, I know exactly where. Central Islip. I graduated from East Islip High School, so yeah. And guess what? Suffolk County PD would also pull you over for this.
True.
You wouldn't be Frank. That's on.
That is me.
All right, my wife was talking about you.
That's it. Multiple people today have said, hey, I watch your videos, and man, I know that you're out here speeding, and still stop me. well, yeah, man, I stopped you because you're speeding, and that's, you know, it's my job to stop you and slow you down, and these people just don't understand it. It's frustrating. As someone said, hey, you're the cop on the internet, and I'm also a traffic deputy in real life.
Officer Sloup.
Deputy, but close.
I'll walk up to a car and they're like, oh, it's Officer Sloup. And I usually correct them, like, hey, I'm a deputy. The only difference, this is in Arizona only, it may be different in other states, but the only difference here in Arizona is officers are typically employed by a city. So like you're a Phoenix police officer or a Scottsdale police officer or a Casa Grande police officer. When you're employed by the county, you're a deputy, so you're a deputy sheriff. Back east it's different because it's Suffolk County Police Department, but there are officers there, and then there's a Suffolk County deputies. But for Arizona specifically, if you're a deputy, you work for the sheriff's office. In Arizona, everyone that has a certification in the state of Arizona goes through Arizona Police Officer Standards and Training. We abbreviate it as AZ Post. They give, suspend, and revoke people's ability to be a law enforcement officer. So they are the governing body over police certifications. So we're all certified. If you're you work for Arizona Game and Fish, you're a trooper, you work for Highway Patrol, you work for Flagstaff Police Department, or you work for La Paz County Sheriff's Office. All of those have the same jurisdiction as far as the ability to place someone under arrest. So that's it. Where you work is different. That's all, stuff within your individual agency. But as far as having the ability to arrest someone, if you're a cop anywhere, you're a cop everywhere in Arizona. So, but yes, because I work for the sheriff's office, I'm a deputy, and I try to correct people on that. And it does. I mean, hey, officers are cool, deputies are cool, troopers are cool, but if we're going to be throwing around titles, you might as well make it the right one.
See your driver's license. All right. Well, as you know, I'm Deputy Sloup. I work for the sheriff's office. Any idea why I might have stopped you? I have like this many reasons. I have so many reasons I can't even count them all. You drove past me and I was like, that window tint's illegal. And that lift's illegal. And then you couldn't drive in a straight line. And then you were speeding while you were not driving in a straight line. It's like a steady deterioration of the exhibition of driving.
With they'll catch.
So I've got I'm on hand number 2 now of violations. I've watched you drive for like 45 seconds. So while I was sitting in there, I also noticed that your license plate cover is also illegal.
Yeah.
Because it covers the word Arizona. You can't tell what state it is.
Oh, okay.
Because it covers the word Arizona. So you can't have that.
Yes, sir.
So that thing's also illegal. This is possibly the most amount of warnings I've ever given on a stop. Now, you're still going to get a ticket.
Yes, sir.
You're getting a citation, 65 and a 45s, as fast as I got you.
Pretty fast.
So that's what's locked in on my radar. RMP stands for reasonable and prudent. For you, it's 0 because you have this cornucopia of Arizona motor vehicle law violations. So your reasonable and prudent speed is 0 because you're like a giant moving violation of Arizona law. Any idea why I might have stopped you today?
No, I do not.
No? Do you feel like you were in a construction zone with all those big orange barriers that are all there and big giant signs that say 25 miles an hour?
Oh, I didn't see those.
No, you passed 2 of them when I was behind you. So your speed was 52. So you're more than double the posted speed limit. Oh,
okay.
So it's pretty quick.
Okay.
Can I also see yeah. You were catching up to the car in front of you.
Okay.
All right, and can you grab your registration paperwork? That should not be on your phone.
The registration?
No, registration is a white piece of paper.
Yeah, I accidentally threw that away when they mailed it to me, so that's why I don't have it.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll be back.
I talked to this lady who isn't a pleasant human. As soon as I get back to the car, Sam can already tell that she's, just by the tone of what she says, that she's just not a kind human. So we have that conversation, and again, when Sam watched this video here just now, Sam's like, "Oh, it's that lady." It wasn't necessarily what she said, kind of like the guy in episode 33. It's not what you say. Sometimes it's how you say it. And the inflection in her voice, the facial features, what I was looking at inside the car about how she was moving, was all of that was just, she's just not the nicest lady on the block. So the fact that I had her at a criminal amount of speed, more than double the speed limit, was perfect. So it gave me, I already knew before I stopped her that I was going to write her a ticket. She obviously got a ticket because she needed one, and she's probably still mean today.
I simply cited you civilly, and then not having your registration card available is the second one. It is required to have it in your hand and available so I could take it back to my car. So 12.
It's the law that we can't have it on our phone.
Just like a driver's license.
Phone number right here is a phone number for the court. If you have any additional questions, they'll be able to answer those.
You have a great...
All right. Thank you so much. Drive safely. Why don't you have your wallet?
It's in my other pants.
In your other pants? Are those your pants?
I dropped the, hey man, are those your pants? Line on that guy. These aren't my pants it's like, I don't even know, maybe it's urban legend among cops, but there is a story out in the universe among law enforcement that there was a police officer made a stop, made a consensual contact with someone, did a search, found drugs in someone's pocket, and they said, hey, these aren't my pants. And that story, no matter where it happened in the country, that story has gone everywhere. So that, I mean, that might have happened in Boston, and I'm in here in Phoenix, and hey, it's, you know, now it's happening here. But that's where that came from, about, hey, I've heard, you know, people say that those aren't my pants. It's in cop folklore, I guess you could probably call it.
All right, because I've heard that these aren't my pants thing before. All right.
I love your theory.
I appreciate that, man. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Finally meet you.
And you know what? You should know by watching the series. You got to wear your seatbelt.
Yes, sir.
I know, but you're not.
No excuses.
I know. So, you know I'm Deputy Sloup. I work for the Sheriff's Office Traffic Unit. Your truck is lifted. You don't have any mud flaps. So that drew my attention to your vehicle.
Again.
And then I checked your plate as I was pulling you over, and your plate's returned to suspended. So you shouldn't be on the road. And you need a license. You need to have a license with you, and you got to have seatbelts. So all of those things.
How's everything else going?
Man, everything is great. All my days are great.
That is good.
True story.
I do not have my guy go after people to download the everything.
All right, hang tight for me. I'll be back with you in just a minute. Thank you, man. You said you're a fan of the show.
Yes.
Well, in more than
somebody to come and grab the out of the back.
In more than 50 episodes, you haven't learned anything about all the violations that are here. What you're going to get cites for is for displaying a plate that's suspended, not having your current insurance with you, and not wearing your seatbelt. Any questions on anything?
Can I get a picture with you?
Yeah, man, I love pictures. Absolutely. I love that. Write tickets, get pictures.
Thank you for all that you do, by the way.
No, man, absolutely, of course.
He took that selfie and he posted it on the Find Frank Facebook page. So there's a lot of rumors about that. I do not run the Find Frank Facebook page. Either does Sam, either does anyone in the Pinal County Sheriff's Office. It's actually run by, as far as I know, two really nice ladies, one of which I met, one of which pulled up next to me at a stoplight last week and said, hey, I run the Find Frank page. So I figured she must have been the other one. But I've met them. The lady I met is great. She's from Minnesota. Just wanted something positive on the internet. So she created this Find Frank. It's got a bunch of followers. If you don't follow it, go on there. It's on Facebook. Find Frank. It's got a picture of a white Challenger, not my Charger, but close enough, on there, and you'll see all of the pictures that I take with people or that people take of me, all over Pinal County whenever we happen to meet. So something kind of fun, and that's what he did with this picture. Is he posted it on there.
Cool.
Did you get it?
Yeah.
Dude, thanks for being cool, man. I appreciate it. Take care of this thing. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Drive safe when you get all your stuff taken care of. I got some plates. Got a cool selfie. Got some tickets. Like, that's the best possible way you could end a traffic stop. So 2 different reasons why I stopped you. The first is you're on your phone.
Yeah, I know. I was looking at the directions. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I have a little, my thing.
You have a passenger there. That's actually, I think that's on the co-pilot manual. That's his job. It's in his job description.
Okay, well, he didn't know how to set it up. That's
okay. And I'm fairly sure that your registration expired in it did.
I have a temporary. I'm trying to look for my tag.
Okay.
I love it, man.
Thanks, man. It happens again with greater frequency, kind of the bigger that that Fridays with Frank gets. I'm totally good with that. You know, you'll see people go and beep, and I'll wave at them. But I've also had people like stop, like I'm standing there and someone pulls up directly behind me and stops and wants to talk. So now I have someone I don't know behind me and someone I don't know in front of me. That's never a good thing. I mean, if someone wants to have a talk, go down the road a little bit, you know, pull over, wave at me from a parking lot or a driveway, or, you know, just pull over safely on the side. I'll see you. But like coming up and stopping behind me or backing up traffic or pulling up behind me, all of those are absolute no-goes. It's not safe for anyone, but especially not me. So if we could not do that, that'd be great. But I love people going by and beeping and waving at me. I think that's cool to see that there's people that watch this all over the place.
Can we start with a driver's license?
My driver's license is, I don't have a driver's license. I have to take a class.
Oh.
And
so why are you driving?
I'm going to my mom. She's in the hospital.
Oh.
And then my insurance just lapsed too. So
I feel like there's a lot of different reasons that you shouldn't be on the roadway. Wow. Well, dating all the way back to 2011, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different failure to appear and failure to pay suspensions on her driver's license. So that's why she doesn't have a license, because she can't seem to make responsible decisions. So we're going to see if we can help her with that. Does anyone in the car have a valid driver's license? So none out of the 3 of you? Okay.
Of course not.
Okay, hi sons.
They're younger.
Okay.
I could just go home and have you drive us.
So you can't drive. Okay. Driving is a privilege, and you don't have that privilege anymore because of sequential bad things like not appearing and all that stuff. Now, if you don't appear for this because it's criminal in nature, what they'll do is they will issue a warrant for your arrest. Yep. So I'm sure you don't want that. So make sure that you appear for this. Okay. Call someone to come pick you up. Okay. Okay.
We're parked at the entrance to a residential neighborhood. Super safe to leave her there on the side of the road. Left her there. Finished up my notes on my report and went and continued to do my job. That is because her license was only suspended, not revoked, and that was it. So she could come and get someone with a good driver's license, have them come there, pick her up, away she goes. Good enough. That's it. It solves that problem. So that's why that ended like that. Totally different than what happens with the next guy.
See your driver's license, please.
I don't have a driver's license, sir. I'm sorry about that.
You don't? Do you have any identification so I know who you are? Is it an ID card?
Yes.
Okay, so your license has been suspended for a while.
So, I mean, I never had a license ever in my life.
You've never taken a driving test?
Oh.
You've never, you never had a permit? This is the insurance too. Let me just take a look and see.
And I specifically asked a couple questions like, hey, have you ever had a permit? Did you ever take a driving test? Have you ever had a license? No, 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 no. The answer to no of those, which then I go back and I check his information through MBD. Motor Vehicle Division confirms he's never had a license. That means his car gets towed and impounded. So that's very different than having just a suspended license. But if you never had a license ever, in any jurisdiction ever, your car goes away for 20 days. So that's why he was able to take his personal possessions out of the car, walk on down the road, but his car came with me for 20 days because there's a difference between never having a license and having a suspended license.
I've been walking a lot in Casa Grande.
Walking's good for your heart, man.
We would definitely walk a lot, so I just never really had a chance to get one.
So he's going to get tickets for the driving on suspended. He's going to get a ticket for texting and driving, ticket for not having curb proof insurance, and his car is going to go to car jail. And he's going to receive all these citations. So, because he's just making bad life choices. Do you have anything that's of value in here?
Yeah, my camera bag.
Okay.
My laptop's in
all
there.
Stuff that you can carry?
Yes.
Okay. So you know how earlier you were like, hey man, I walk a lot in Casa Grande?
Yeah.
Well, today you're also going to walk a lot in Santan Valley. So I'm going to tow and impound your vehicle.
Okay.
I'm sure that you're familiar with that because in all of the previous, you've had a lot of contacts with the Pinal County Sheriff's Office. So all those times when we're towing your car, it's because of Arizona law. and that law still applies here. You have to appear. It's here in Santan Valley, possibly within walking distance of your house. You might be able to walk there. Any idea why I might have stopped you today?
Oh, probably speeding.
Like a criminal amount of speed. Like more than double the speed limit speed.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. The speed limit on Hunt Highway, over here, is 40 miles an hour. Your speed was 84.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's what I said too. I said the same thing. So Arizona law says you have to pull to the right, parallel to the rightmost curb, and remain stopped. Not into the left turn lane, which is where we're at right now.
So we're going to talk about this. Talked about it before. I'm going to speak for what I would imagine would be the overwhelming vast majority of law enforcement officers all across the United States. Please pull to the right. We expect you, when lights and sirens come up behind you, my brothers that are firefighters, same thing. They expect you to yield to the right when they're in their giant fire trucks going down the road. No, don't stop in the lane. Don't go to the left. Pull to the right. If you're on a super busy road, you want to like go down a reasonable distance, a couple hundred feet, to make a right turn into a parking lot or onto a side road. Yeah, I think that's reasonable. Put your turn signal on, slow down, it acknowledges we're behind you, go a short distance, no problem. Going several miles, there's probably a problem. So don't do that. But a very short distance, pull to the right, pull parallel to the rightmost curb and stopped. If we want you to do something else, we have loudspeakers on our cars, we will let you know. Hey, move down to the next intersection or something. So we'll give you some direction if what you do isn't exactly what we're looking for. But if you could pull off the road, pull off the road. If it's a dirt shoulder and you could get all the way off the road, get all the way off the road. Just pull as far over as you can, but don't pull to the left.
So now we're finally going, but all these cars around don't know what to do because I'm here with my lights on, and this car is just doing whatever it wants to do, pulling to the left, pulling to the left again. So that's it's not what's safe, and it's not what Arizona law says to do. We're going to talk about that here in a second. Does that feel a little weird sitting there at that left turn arrow?
Yeah.
It feel weird? Yeah. Yeah, so it felt weird because what you did was against Arizona law. So Arizona law says you have to pull to the right, right? How long ago did you take your driver's test?
Not that long ago.
Okay. You know why I initially pulled you over?
Speed?
Yeah. Did you feel like because you were changing lanes, going around slower moving cars? Well, as you're doing that, you should say to yourself, I'm going faster than everyone around me. And that's why I stopped you. So I don't think I introduced myself. I'm Deputy Sloup. I work for the Pinal County Sheriff's Office Traffic Unit. Have you been pulled over by me before?
I have never yet.
You did? Because the only reason I say that is that pamphlet, I'm the only person that gives those out. And if you have one in your car, typically it's because of me.
That pamphlet is, it's from the court. In Pinal County, each different court has a different pamphlet. And it's the fine schedule and how to take care of all the different violations with the court. So it's just additional information for the driver. In Pinal County, there's, I think, 3 that I know of that have pamphlets. And then in Maricopa County, they issue 1 pamphlet that has information from all the courts. I like that one a lot better, but we don't do it like that in Pinal. So I have 4 different jurisdictions. I have a manila folder with little envelopes in there, and I give that out when I give a ticket. And it's just easier for the driver to have more information than I could give to them while I'm standing on the side of the road.
What did I pull you over for last time?
The same thing.
Speeding? Slow learning curve? Yeah, it happens. Oh. So I stopped this car for doing 67 and a 45 today. On February 11th of this year, she was doing 70 and a 45 on the same road, just a little bit further down that way, closer to Walmart. And she got a criminal ticket on that date for exceeding the speed limit by more than 20 miles an hour. And she is 3 miles an hour less today, and just late on her way to work. So she's going to get another criminal ticket today, and now she's going to go back so that she could learn about how to drive properly in Pinal County, because she didn't learn the first time.
22 over, absolutely meets the criminal threshold. Probably 90%, 95% of the time, I will write this ticket as civil. In this particular instance, I wrote it as criminal because she had already gotten a criminal ticket, which means she had already gone to the court, she had already talked to the prosecutor, which is the lawyer for the state, and talked to the judge and entered a plea and took care of it like that, and then that didn't give enough information to her to change her behavior. So I sent her back for a second time. Now the judge is going to see that she was just there a couple months prior, and maybe he'll mandate defensive driving school, or maybe he'll mandate increased fines, or whatever the judge does, because he has that discretion. But I mean, that's really the difference between criminal and civil. Is a civil ticket, you could take an online course, be done with it. You could just pay the fine and be done with it. But a criminal ticket, that person has to go in and stand before the judge, reference their criminal charge. So that's really what the big variable is when I'm writing someone a criminal ticket, they have a court appearance, so they have to go and talk to the judge about why it was a good idea to do what they did. And then if they want to fight that, then it goes to a trial where the prosecutor would represent me, I would go and give testimony, they would give their testimony as to their side, and then the judge would make an ultimate decision.
Is your phone number still 480? Okay. You know where I got that from? Your last ticket. I know. You can't laugh and cry at the same time. You can't do that. So, all right. You're getting the same exact ticket, into the same exact court, in front of the same exact judge, in almost the same exact spot. You're only 3 miles an hour less than you were last time.
It's still a criminal offense.
It's still a criminal offense because you're still more than 20 miles an hour of the speed limit, and this is like 3 months after the last time I wrote you the same ticket. So you have to understand that, you're weaving through traffic at a criminal amount of speed on the same roadway the last time I got you. So you have to understand that it's literally my job to write this ticket.
And you deserve it.
The reason I stopped you is you're 69 miles an hour, and the posted speed limit's 45.
No.
You didn't what?
No, didn't.
Yeah, it's right there on your speedometer. All right. Can I see a registration, current proof insurance? Hi, friend. So, in looking at our internal database, she was stopped by Traffic Unit Deputy LeVar in February of last year, Traffic Unit Deputy Seta in August of last year, and Traffic Unit Deputy Diener in September of last year. And now she's going to get a citation from Traffic Unit Deputy Sloup in June of this year. So she's pretty much treating these citations like Traffic Unit baseball cards, and she's trying to collect them all.
So we're in the car, we're cracking jokes, and Sam videoed it, and we took a couple takes, and it's most of the time Sam puts the video up, I talk, and whatever I say goes on the internet. This one was a little bit different because it was such a unique situation that we were trying to figure out how to phrase it correctly so that the internet would understand how many times this girl in such a very short period of time had been contacted by the sheriff's office. So we definitely joked around quite a bit while we were trying to get the perfect take to show the internet the silliness we were dealing with.
Well, since in the last about year and a half or so, I can tell by your smile, you know what I'm going to say. So you've had contact with more than half of the traffic units. So you have a learning plateau. Like, you're not learning anything. You're like, it should be like this.
I hate driving. I just like to get in my place.
And you know why I could tell why you hate driving? It's because you're not good at it. One, you have a tinted windshield, and I couldn't see who was in the car when we passed each other. Two, your front windows are also illegally tinted. And three, you have no reflector to your back because you smoked all the red of your taillights.
So I mentioned in here, along with all of the other violations, that the guy had smoked taillights. In Arizona law, you can't take away the reflective ability of the red reflectors to the back of your car. So yes, you depress your brake and the brakes come on, I understand that, but every vehicle as it comes from the factory has red reflectors to the back. You can't take those off of your vehicle legally. So it's one of those kind of random little subsections of Arizona motor vehicle law that I don't write a ton of tickets for it, but I do make stops for it because at night, especially, it makes those lights less bright and just increases the possibility that there's going to be a collision. So that's why it's all a safety issue.
So all 3 of those are illegal. So, did you know that your license was suspended?
It is?
Yep, license is suspended as a result of your previous speeding citation.
Why is that?
I don't do the suspending, man. I just read it on the computer, but it is suspended as a result of your previous speeding citation that you got when you were going 20 miles an hour over up in front of Post and Butte. I feel like you got to wear your seatbelt. I feel like that's a thing.
It's a thing.
Yeah, you're right.
I try to do that as much as possible. Well, I'm Deputy Sloup. I work for the Pinal County Sheriff's Office Traffic Unit. The reason I stopped you is your registration expired in March, and we're now in June, almost into July.
Are you kidding?
I don't kid about things. It's Arizona traffic law. It's a very serious matter. Can I see your registration paperwork and current proof of insurance? All right, hang tight for me.
Thank you, citizen.
So this is what we're going to do. We're going to split them. The registration, I'm pretty sure that you're going to go home and get that. Go home and do it. We're going to give you a warning on that, no ticket. Okay? But what you're going to get tickets for is you got to wear your lap and shoulder belt. Yeah. So that's an important thing. And then just not having a current insurance card, because insurance is a big deal. Okay. All you have to do is show that your insurance is current, and they're going to throw that out. I feel like you got to wear your seatbelt. I feel like seatbelts are important.
They are.
I'm actually wearing it, sorry.
You weren't when I walked up.
Really? Because
No.
I took it off.
Oh, I don't know why. But yeah, there's really not a reason to ever take your seatbelt off.
Oh,
Right? Because you're not going to get out. So no reason. So I'm Deputy Sloup. I work for the Pinal County Sheriff's Office Traffic Unit. And the reason I stopped you is you're texting while you're driving.
I'm trying to figure out where to go.
Oh.
I'm trying to go to my mom's house, and I'm trying to...
You don't know how to get to mom's
your
house?
mom's house?
No.
I know how to drive right to my mom's house. It's where all the good food is.
She just...
Well, that's true.
They just transferred.
Just moved? Okay. Now you got to be wearing a seatbelt, man. Seatbelts are important.
Oh, I was wearing it. I just unclicked it when you walked up here.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't know why. You're not going to get out.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's my credit.
All right. Well, I'm Deputy Sloup. I work for the Pinal County Sheriff's Office Traffic Unit.
Okay.
Any idea why I'm going to stop you?
No, I don't know. Why?
I can't figure out why, but it's like your car identifies as a bike and just drives with 2 tires in the bike lane. All the way up Hunt Highway, you've been in that right lane, and you keep fading into the bike lane and then pulling out and fading into the bike lane.
And he's got everything. License is good, registration, insurance, everything's good. No crazy tint, wearing a seatbelt. So we don't put this out into the internet a whole lot, but I make a ton of stops that don't result in citations, and exactly like this one. I complete my investigation. He's not impaired at all. License is good, no warrants, none of that. Give him a quick little education. Hey, make sure you're paying attention where you're driving. That's it. That guy goes down the road. I clear out my stop and go on to another one. So I don't give citations on every stop. Sam just doesn't think that it's as interesting when you see me giving warnings. So not as many of them make it onto Fridays with Frank. But that doesn't mean I don't do it. It just means we don't put it out there.
And I couldn't figure out. I just wanted to make sure you weren't drunk. It's literally why I'm stopping you.
Gotcha. Okay.
Anything to drink today?
Nope.
Smoke any weed?
No, sir.
Any meth?
No, sir.
You do that heroin?
All the good questions.
Try to keep your tires in this lane,
Yeah.
bikes in that lane, not just 2 of your tires.
Gotcha.
All 4 of your tires in the same lane. All right? Good enough?
Yes.
Don't take your seatbelt off when you get stopped because there's no reason to.
Okay.
And then we don't have to worry if you're wearing it or not.
Okay.
Fair enough? Be good, man. Have a good day.